heaven.
Thinking about painting your car but worried about the cost of bodywork? Maaco's offering our economical Ambassador paint service and 4 hours of bodywork for $299. Take advantage of this limited offer. Call 1-888-MAACO-USA.
The evacuees go home. The story at 11.
It's Thursday, October 30th. Coming up live on The View, the hunt for our new co-host is winding down. And soap star Heather Tom wants to prove she can fill the chair. Plus, we're taking a look back at all of our co-host candidates. And first it was Edmond, then Detroit, then Charleston. Today we're going live to the fourth and last finalist from The View from Your Hometown contest. Tomorrow the winning city is announced. Then, straight from Broadway, John Stamos. Plus, an insider is telling us the latest scandals rocking the Royals right now. And Ed and Lois Smart share their harrowing ordeal after their daughter was kidnapped. All that, hot topics, and more next on The View.
In the audience.
Yeah. Enthusiasm.
At least I think so, right? You're a guy. Yeah, absolutely. You never know in New York. All right, she was on The Young and the Restless for 13 years, but soon you'll see her on One Life to Live. Please welcome today's co-host candidate, soap star Heather Tom. Boy, after all those years, jump into a new soap.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of a character are you going to play? Can you tell us who you're going to be?
Well, she's kind of a little of everything. You know, she's got an edge to her. Right now, she's a politician's wife, and she doesn't really fit into that stereotype. So I think we're going to kind of see her breaking loose a little bit.
She have a little hoochie tour?
Come on, it's daytime.
Exactly.
You got to have a little
Would you like to be married to a politician?
You know what? I find politicians very sexy.
You do?
Yeah.
Who's
My
sexy?
boyfriend is always, he's like, you're going to another, convention, and I hang out with all the politicians. He's like, don't come home with one. So,
Which one do you find sexy? Like Donald Rumsfeld? A lot of people say Rummy is
you know what?
They do.
The Republican thing turns me off.
It does. Another one.
She likes the Clinton.
Another one. Yeah. But still, you can still find them attractive. I mean, George Bush, I don't agree with him. I still think he's cute.
Wow.
Yeah,
Here you go,
cute.
Joy.
Don't you think he's cute? Yeah, I think
it's the power.
In
You know
and
what I
out
mean? Like, they're making
sort of way. I think he's cute.
They're making the rules. You know, there's a senator from Tennessee, and boy, I wish I could remember his name. He spoke at the Democratic National Convention when I was there, and he is hot. He's like this young Latino guy. He is
Tennessee guy?
Yeah, and I can't remember his name.
Let's bring him on.
Yeah. See, you moved yesterday to New York. You left the boyfriend back in L.A.
The boyfriend and the dogs are back in L.A.
Are they going to come or not going to come?
One doggy is going to come. Wesley, I have a little teeny poodle, and he's going to come. But the golden retriever and James are staying in L.A. So we're going to go back and forth.
Do you like separating them? Yeah.
Well, Wesley, he's old and he needs to be with me, so he gets very angry.
Doesn't your boyfriend get angry if he's not with you too?
I'm more concerned about the dogs, right? We're going to kind of go back and forth. He was a musician and he was on the road for a lot when we first started dating, so we're used to it.
It's great to have that absence. I love it. If Steve would move to Taiwan, I'd be even more.
You know, it really is. It's good to miss someone. It's good to miss someone.
Hong Kong, far away.
Well, we're actually going to be hitting the road ourselves.
Yes, we are.
Tomorrow, you guys are going to find out where we're taking the show on November 10th when we announce the winner of the View from Your Hometown contest. They're going to be presented with a check for $25,000 from Quilted Northern for their favorite charity and have the View come to their hometown. But first, today, we're going to go live to the very last of the final 4 cities still in the running. Yay!
You know what? That looks like Baghdad.
Joy said it looked like Baghdad.
There are mosques there.
From Boise, Idaho, not Baghdad, Joy, is Janice Johnson, and she's standing by. Hey, Janice, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Star. How is everyone?
Everybody is good. I want to know about the charity that will win the money if we choose Boise, Idaho.
Well, the charity is the Women's and Children's Alliance, and our whole sole focus is to provide safe shelter, support, and hope to women and children that have escaped domestic and sexual abuse.
That sounds like a wonderful, wonderful thing. I have 2 questions. How cold is it in Boise, Idaho? and do you have a good way to make French fried potatoes? 2 things I need to know. Idaho potatoes.
Yeah.
So how cold is it, Janice?
It's about 45 degrees right now, and we're getting a little bit of snow off and on.
That's not so bad. We're only
A
about
little
50
bit of
degrees
snow.
here.
We're going to be 70 here tomorrow.
Oh, really?
A little bit of snow is how much? Because in Boise, Idaho, a little bit of snow is 14 feet now. Is it a little bit or is it a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Well, as far as snow is concerned,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're not getting any yet. We get up to a couple of feet sometimes.
Well, see, you look good in that blue coat. So if we get to wear some sharp clothes like that, maybe Boise, Idaho is a good place to go.
It's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful
Fabulous.
place.
Well, thank you all for getting up this morning. We are all excited, and best wishes. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. You guys will find out tomorrow where we're going.
I can't believe we're making the announcement tomorrow.
We're going to make the announcement tomorrow in Halloween.
Oh, that's right, tomorrow. And we're all going to be dressed up, obviously.
Yeah.
You didn't dress up last year.
Oh.
I did. I came out as a dog.
Wasn't it?
I came out as a dog. Don't even go there, Bill. Don't go there. I did. I had a big dog thing. You told me to take off the head. I took off the head. My face was painted. And I wore that costume the
Well, we're
whole
all
day.
getting dressed up tomorrow.
Yes.
Do we give them any
Heather
clues?
included.
Heather included.
As movie stars from movies, right?
Or characters.
Or characters from
Well,
movies.
you have to tune in because Barbara is going to have a
What
costume.
is she going to wear?
I can't tell.
It's a surprise.
I don't really know. She keeps changing
Yeah,
it.
she was changing it last night.
As of last night, she changed it again.
So it'll be great. We'll all be here. So you're going to be watching, right? Of course.
Please watch.
All right.
Please watch.
All right. You know, our hearts truly go out to the people of Southern California. You look at these pictures of those fires that are going on there, and it's frightening. They continue to rage out of control. So far, 20 people have died, including a firefighter. 2,600 homes, more than that, have been destroyed, and 660,000 acres, which is roughly the size of Rhode Island.
It's,
Well, I heard
it's unbelievable.
950 square miles, which I guess that's a lot. That's really
tremendous
a lot.
amount,
The
yeah.
sky
God.
is just black. I mean,
Well, that's
you're
right,
we're in
you're from
Hollywood,
California.
and the sky is just, it looks like Armageddon. It's awful. I
Is
mean,
your home threatened? Or?
my home is not threatened, but a lot of people on my show, or my former show, they had to evacuate, and a lot of people live out that way. A lot of the crew people live out that way. It's a nightmare, and the air is like thick. I never thought I would come to New York City to have fresh air. Here I am.
Don't pick on me. Watch it. Watch it. I was in Aspen and couldn't breathe in that air. That came to New York. I need the dirty, thick air of New York. I was fine there as I got here. It's my new home, so I have to get used to it.
It's not that bad.
No, I know.
New York,
But
you
I
know.
could breathe really good here. I like it.
I was reading about this one woman in California, and probably there are many others like her, who was not going to leave her home, even though the fire was inching closer and closer. She was going to trust in God to protect her, said the prayers were out there. I'm thinking, I hope she made the right decision, because yesterday, live on this show, we got a tiny little scare of what fire would be like, and that was enough for us. Take a look at what happened. This was live on the air yesterday. What is that? What is
Somebody's honking a horn somewhere.
Well, whatever it is.
It's the trick-or-treaters, I think. That's
Okay. Oh, it's a fire alarm, folks, but it's only a rehearsal.
I just got out of LA.
It is actually a fire alarm in the building.
Is it really?
Yes.
A real fire alarm?
This is a live show, you guys.
Right.
Stay right there. Because
I thought it was a hot
coming
flash.
back. We hope.
Oh, God.
And right after that, we evacuated the audience, everybody.
I can't believe I was still trying to throw the commercial correctly.
You always want to be the good girl.
I know, how crazy.
Yeah, well,
But then they put
it was
in,
scary
we have a
yesterday.
backup show in
Yeah.
cases like this that they just automatically run.
It's
And
running simultaneously with us at all times.
Right. And so they just click to that. But the funny thing is, your mom's watching. She didn't even know that show had changed.
So funny.
You forget?
I'm talking
I
to
get
my
that.
mother on the phone this morning, Heather, and I'm going, so Mom, you didn't even call me to ask about the fire. Was it a real fire? No. She said, what fire? I said, Mom,
straight to what,
did
Friends
you
Restaurant or
not
something like
watch the show? She said, oh,
Yes,
that's
that's right.
why your clothes changed.
They think we're good
Drescher. Out of nowhere, Fran Drescher appeared.
I think they think this show is so wacky and so wild.
Oh, there's Fran Drescher.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Portia de Rossi, who's on, did not get a chance to plug her new show, Arrested Development, and it premieres this Sunday night. She couldn't plug it, so I'm plugging it.
That's
there you
nice.
go.
Oh,
A lovely young woman. All right.
All right.
We're going to go to break, but who's getting the kiss off? When we come back with more hot topics, we're recapping last night's Bachelor and our search for a new co-host. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow, it's Halloween at The View. Find out what the ladies will be dressed as this year. Quentin Tarantino gets spooky. The View crew shows you the coolest Halloween makeup tricks. And as if that weren't enough, we're announcing the winner of our View from Your Hometown contest. The View from Your Hometown is brought to you by the makers of Quilted Northern.
Look at me. Help, help. I'll save you.
Wholesome, playful Teddy Grahams.
Thanks, that was close.
They're so cute, you could just eat them up. Teddy Grahams, also in chocolatey chips.
I was looking for something special. Elegant. One of a kind. I knew I'd find it at Chico's.
You'll find something new every day at Chico's. In stores, by phone, or online. Call 888-855-4986 or log on to chicos.com.
I like Chico's.
Texas toast, made with real Pepperidge Farm bread. Freshly baked hearty slices with warm garlic. It's the centerpiece of the meal. Pepperidge Farm. Never have an ordinary day.
Brother Bear is the holiday family film we've all been waiting for. It's pure Disney magic.
I always wanted a brother.
2 thumbs up for Disney's Brother Bear, rated G, in theaters this Saturday.
It's just like The Lion King, eh?
Well, except it's got bears, new songs, and a totally different story, eh?
Before you take Prilosec OTC for heartburn, there's something you should know. You have to keep taking it for 14 days, heartburn or not. I'd rather take one Pepcid, just when I need it. Pepcid Complete starts controlling acid in seconds. Or there's new maximum strength Pepcid AC. It has double the strength of original Pepcid AC. Both last all day or all night. 1. Now, that's a number I can live with. Pepcid, just one, and heartburn's done.
Lip gloss. Wish the shine would stick without all that stickiness? New CoverGirl Wet Flicks. Feel the love. A lasting lip gloss that's so conditioning, it loves your lips. With a lip balm conditioner and shades that stay without all that stickiness. New CoverGirl Wet Flicks. Feel the love. So don't get stuck with sticky shine. Wet Flicks loves your lips for a long time. Lasting shine with a feel from above. New CoverGirl Wet Flicks. Feel the love.
Hey, little M&M. Wow, great costumes. What are you guys, like 4 or 5?
46.
All right, yeah, okay. Here you go.
You don't understand, Slick. We're here for the party.
Yeah, that's cute.
Put your hand down.
Before we recap our co-host candidates, what happened on The Bachelor?
The Bachelor last night, everybody was all fadagles because Meredith got dumped. Everyone thought Meredith was going to be...
Not this Meredith, another.
Not you. You weren't in the
You know
room.
my name? I can't believe you guys watch these shows.
Yes, honey, we have to watch The Bachelor.
You don't find them incredibly misogynistic?
I didn't watch them.
I
could use a good side. Now that you mention it,
I'm like vying for the affections of like one man.
And it just makes you feel like you are truly not pathetic, because at least you're not on that TV.
Wait a second. The comment, that's such a sad comment on society that we have to watch these shows in order to feel better about it.
But sweetheart, what about the soap operas? Hello?
I know.
Watching real people make like fools of
What's the
themselves.
difference? Wait a minute. I don't agree with that. What if it's the difference if it's real or not real? It still sends the
there's
message.
something much more pathetic about reality television. I'm not saying I don't watch it.
Well, can we at least show? Well, you know what? I enjoy it. I'm sorry.
I know you said you enjoy it because it makes you feel better about your life.
Crosstalk. Go ahead. Okay. Well, you want to see Desperate? Go to the videotape. This is very funny to me.
What happened to his hair?
It's Judd.
Oh, let's see her. Who is she?
Oh, okay. Well, that's Mary.
That's Marilyn?
And Mary just got picked with the rose, and that's Meredith who just got dumped. I thought they were going to run The Voice, but that's all right. I do the commentary on it. It was fun. Meredith got upset, but she didn't cry. She was very much a lady. She got into the little limousine. She said, he just let the right one go. But I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to tell you who I think he's going to ultimately pick.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Kelly Jo. She's the one with the short blonde hair. She's kind of got a little perkiness to her. They seem to be kind of...
This one here?
Yeah.
How do you tell that why? I mean, you...
Well, Mary's a little older.
Let's see the two of them again,
Mary, there's Mary, Estella, and that's Kelly Jo.
Kelly Jo.
Mary's a little older. She wants to get married right away and have babies.
That's
Bob,
good. I thought the whole idea was that.
That's Mary, but Bob is just trying to get his party on, you can tell.
Where's the one who...
Well, then why is he here? This is to get married.
Why is it The Bachelor? I thought they were supposed to find someone to spend the rest of their lives with.
Y'all on a soap opera not supposed to sleep with your brother, but you do that. Okay, one time stop. That only one. Don't hold it against the girl.
You can't hold that against me. I didn't know.
Exactly. Y'all quit giving me a hard time. You all know you look forward to hearing me tell you how stupid the show is. It's fun.
All right. Well, you know, our search for a new co-host is coming to an end soon, so we wanted to recap all of our fantastic candidates. Some get kissed, and some will get the kiss off. Take a look.
I'm going to be leaving The View, and it's actually kind of bittersweet for me because I have to tell you that I have had the most unbelievable 3 years.
The search was on to find the new View co-host. First up was real-world veteran and mother of two, Rachel Campos, who got off to a great start.
Joy, do you...
Second rule of getting the job.
I know.
But something tells me entertainment reporter Christy Lemire won't forget Meredith's name anytime soon. Can I see that again? Oh, yeah. Then came entertainment reporter from Los Angeles, Sevilla Vargas. And MTV Road Rules veteran Kid Hoover put her best foot forward.
You just creeped me out completely, okay?
As did new mom straight from the delivery room, Naivie Reynoso.
My breasts get engorged.
And soap star Aaron Hershey Presley.
When has a man's breast ever become engorged?
Michael Jackson's niece Valencia entered the competition and proved she had all the right moves. As did Angela Russell from Mobile, Alabama. Star and Trading Spaces Alex McLeod became fast friends.
I did not know you were on vacation. Now, did you see a camera in my face? Then I was on vacation.
And don't count on MTV alum Kennedy vacationing with Star anytime soon either.
And it's also so boring to be white. It is so much more fun to be African-American or Jewish.
I'm sitting here, a black woman with some money. None of you white people would change places with me, okay?
But she did have big plans for financial reporter and mother of three, Martha McCullum.
Wow, if you're the co-host, you can be the surrogate and have my baby for me.
Newly engaged Joe Millionaire host Samantha Harris opened up about her sex life.
I'd rather have sex passionately and have great sex, you know, every few days or once a week than having sex every day that's mediocre.
While Joy was hoping Tulsa reporter Patricia Lopez's father would open up about his sex life.
But your father is adorable. A friend of mine called and said, he's cute.
No, he's taken, Joy.
Barney Wilson from Wilson Phillips broke out some of the old moves. Sports reporter Kara Henderson learned the delicate art of the celebrity interview.
You have to answer my question.
Prove it.
Can you walk into that bank that you walked into?
You just slandered me on national TV.
Stay-at-home mom Heather Thompson put it best.
Oh, my God, yes.
I don't think I wanted to do that.
As did newlywed Survivor castaway Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
Yeah, this is quite an initiation, let me tell you.
DJ Angie Martinez from New York brought a little East Coast flavor. While you were out, star Teresa Strasser asked the tough questions.
What color are your stools?
And last but not least, magazine editor Elizabeth Saab and soap star Heather Tom entered the mix. The competition has come down to the wire. On Monday, we name the final 3 who will each come back for a week. Who will the new co-host be this time? Tune in on November 24th to find out who will fill the chair.
In order to be a candidate.
I'm afraid no, but you do have to talk about sleeping with your brother, and that's so hard.
No.
Yes,
so many, yourself, sweetie.
So many great people
Was that
come through
daunting?
here.
No. Hey, I like to know what my competition is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not afraid.
Good. Don't be afraid. Be very afraid. We'll be right. Good luck to you two. We'll be right back with John Stamos.
Monday, the search is coming to an end, and we're revealing the 3 finalists who will compete to fill the chair. Don't miss it.
Pillsbury ready-to-bake cookies with Hershey's chocolate chips.
Baking sheet. Okay, got it?
Just 2 simple steps.
Get this one.
Place and bake. Pillsbury ready-to-bake cookies. Warm, moist, and now loaded with real Hershey's chocolate chips. So rich, so chocolatey. Together, add cookies.
Imagine you could make any car you wanted. It'd have to be dependable, have a roomy, comfortable interior, and it would be worry-free for a long, long time. And it would be bulletproof, have like a jet engine and shoot lasers out of the trunk. Well, it would at least cost a lot less than any car in America. What you'd be imagining is the Kia Rio, the most affordable 4-door sedan in America. Imagine that. Now get the Kia Rio starting at $8,705 after $1,500 cash back, plus $1,000 owner loyalty bonus for qualified buyers.
It's always been our dream to run a bed and breakfast. Then I had to go on chemo, and it just drained me.
If you're on chemo and feel tired, you may be anemic.
We even talked about canceling our guests.
Talk to your doctor about Procrit for chemotherapy-related anemia in patients with most kinds of cancer. Procrit helps rebuild red blood cells, and more red blood cells can mean more strength.
Here come the
meals.
Procrit is proven and safe. In studies, only diarrhea and edema occurred more often with Procrit than placebo.
Here, there's no slowing down.
What happens when you add real flour, the unbeatable no-stick power of Pam? New Pam for baking, specially created to evenly reach every nook and cranny, so your most challenging baked goods just come out better. New Pam for baking, another reason Pam is America's favorite no-stick spray.
Be ready for life's delightful surprises with a white smile. With Rembrandt's new 2-Hour White. In only 2 hours, whiten your smile. Get a white smile tonight, Rembrandt. And continue whitening while reducing plaque and tartar with the Rembrandt Mint toothpaste.
Sure, all these OTC and prescription allergy medicines are approved for pollen, but some are not approved for pet dander and dust. Others are not approved for smoke. Only Flonase is approved to relieve the nasal symptoms from all these triggers. For best results, use daily. Side effects are generally mild and may include headache, nosebleed, and sore throat. Ask your doctor about Flonase. For all these triggers, all it takes is Flonase.
Every time you open the new Folgers AromaSeal plastic canister, the aroma stays so fresh it feels like the first time. Only Folgers has a unique snap-tight lid that helps lock in fresh aroma and taste and keep it in. It's so amazing, even 3 out of 4 users of the other leading brand prefer it. Freshness time after time.
Sarah Brightman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Sarah Brightman, Sunday, March 7th, live at Magnus Arena at the Ritchie Center. Immerse yourself in the world and soundscapes of Sarah Brightman. Tickets on sale this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Sarah Brightman's Harem Tour, a Clear Channel Entertainment event.
John Stamos made a big splash on Broadway last year in Cabaret, and now he's starring in the musical 9. Please welcome the very talented and very sexy John Stamos.
as usual.
You too.
Thank you.
There's a little girl out there.
Where is she?
There's right there, the third one that's madly in love with
Come
you.
say hi. Take a picture. Take a picture.
I want my money. I'll tell you right now.
Like being in 9 with a bunch of, just me and a bunch of beautiful women.
I saw the show last night. You were awesome. The show is
Thank you, Heather.
great. Antonio Banderas, he was nominated for a Tony for this role. Were you reluctant to take over this? I heard that he had to kind of call you and convince you.
No, he was, we saw the show early on, and like the first couple weeks, and he said, you know, you have to do this role after me, you know. I said, you just started a week ago, you know. But, and then I would go back and visit, and he says, Guido's calling. So he was instrumental in helping me get to
Do you get to sleep with Melanie Griffith?
Speaking of all those women, I mean, we love this show because we got to see it also. Okay, John, you play a married filmmaker who has 2 mistresses that you're trying to do at the same time, all of them, and keep them happy. Then there's so many other women that have their hands all over you that you get to touch, smile, make out, what have you. And you're married to the fabulous Rebecca Romaine Stamos. You know, how does she feel about all of that?
She's great. We both, you know, if we got jealous, we'd both go crazy, you know. She's in fact, last night I was talking about, there's a part in the show where Mary Stuart Masterson plays my wife, and she's so fantastic in the part. And I have a part where I'm supposed to nuzzle her neck, kind of, and each night I've been trying to give her a hickey, like, you know. And Rebecca was like, no, you have to do it harder. You have to, you know.
She's encouraging you.
Yeah, but I'm so proud. It's such a beautiful production, and I'm so lucky to be part of the show. You guys
we loved
come
it.
back.
Terrific.
And Meredith, you should do a number from the show like you did in Cabaret, remember?
I'd love to. Would it involve the hickey?
No, yeah, you get in a towel, and you come down in the sheet upside down.
The Jane Krakowski part.
I'll do it.
Right, okay.
I'll do it. Yeah. Listen, I want to talk about your wife again for a second, because I don't think of you as a shy guy, but you met her at a fashion show, and then for 2 months you just talked to her on the phone before you asked her out.
Yeah.
What was that about? Were you shy?
Are you shy?
She was engaged for one.
She was.
You stole her?
Well, nothing. I mean, she stopped that thing, and then we started dating after
No,
that.
but
So I guess that was the whole.
Wait a second. You went after her while she was engaged. Come on.
We were friends. No, I didn't go. We just became friends, and I knew a friend of hers, and we were talking on the phone. Do you have another question? I was with her this morning. We live in this apartment living is new to me, you know, and there's an elevator that comes up. Do you guys have that? There's an elevator that actually comes into your house. It's so weird because when you go to say goodbye...
That means you're very wealthy.
No. Only townhouses have that.
No, I don't mean it like that. But,
I'm teasing you.
But you go to say goodbye, and it's like, okay, bye, sweetie, bye. And then you got to sit there and wait for the elevator to come. Or if you're in a fight or something, you know, you're like, oh, okay, I'm leaving. And then another thing, you know. It's kind of kooky.
These buildings do have staircases. Just for FYI.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
So, John, we see you all the time in these 1010 commercials and 987 commercials, and you're in there with your mother. Now, my mother's always trying to break into show business. She's kind of like Lucy. How is that? How is that working with your mother?
She's crazy about it. She runs around and tells her, you know, hi, I'm Loretta Stamos. Loretta 987, you know. She's very much into it. She got a big check the other day. She called me. Something just fell.
No, don't go there. Yesterday was a fire.
Today's an earthquake. Oh, my God.
Ignore it. Just ignore it, John. I'll hold your hand up.
Yeah, please.
I'll change the subject again. You were in Iraq this summer with Kid Rock, right? The two of you were in Iraq, and you suddenly had this impromptu concert. What was that like?
Well, we went over to Iraq to, you know, to say hi to the troops and stuff. Really?
If you want to. I can.
You let him go if you can. Are you kidding?
And it was an incredible experience. I had never been around that type of mentality. You know, I haven't been around a lot of military people, and I was so inspired by all of them.
Oh,
and
they do such a job.
I was so happy to be over there and thank them for the work they did. You know, we were going into Baghdad, and we were supposed to just sign pictures, and we ended up in this big airplane hangar. Now we can let go, right?
No, I'm so inspired by what you're saying that I'm not letting go of you.
This airplane hangar, and there was like this old kind of army band set up there, and they said, could you guys play? And we're like, oh, okay. And it was Kid Rock and myself, and we just did this jam for a couple hours. It was great fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
But it was really an important trip. I was happy to be a part of it, you know.
Now, I watched you for years on Full House. It was on for 8 years. I know. And the reruns are still around. Are you bothered by the fact that this is always going to be with you?
It's a touchy subject because I'm very, I'm very proud of the show, and it did a lot of good for a lot of people in my family. And but I mean, this is part of like continuing my theater career and trying to find projects playing kind of darker, more flawed characters. I mean, hopefully my journey has been organic away from the show. I don't want to diss it by any means, but I'm happy to kind of move on.
Which reminds me, you're in the new Reagan movie that we were discussing. Was it yesterday?
Right, yeah.
And it's very controversial because Nancy Reagan is upset that they're not making Reagan. Who were you playing? Frank Sinatra?
Yeah.
Who are you?
No, I play John Sears, a campaign manager, kind of a darker, sleazier kind of character who.
Oh, the guy they think is Deep Throat.
Yes, yeah.
He plays that guy.
Yeah, it's a fascinating. But I can't disclose on The View.
Oh my God! This is exactly the place to disclose.
Yeah, nice star.
Well, John, thank you so much.
Okay, John, you open the door. Will you come back and do a number with me from 9 on this show? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Our thanks to John Stamos. If you're in New York, go see 9 at the Eugene O'Neill Theater. We'll be right back.
Tuesday, Hugh Jackman dazzles the ladies with his charm.
Wetting the bed, I'd really like to stop that. If one of my friends came over and I wet the bed, I would feel scared. They have helped because I don't wet the sheet anymore because of the good nights. So I don't have to change my sheet or my blanket. I just put on new ones and I go right back to sleep.
To the 1 in 9 kids who wet the bed, new trimmer-fitting Goodnights disposable underpants help protect all night, yet they're virtually invisible under pajamas.
They helped me be more confident in myself.
Elle Woods on Always Being Prepared.
Are these not my comfortable heels?
You know what I thought the first time I saw you?
That woman wears a lot of pink.
Reese Witherspoon.
Never underestimate a woman with a French manicure and a Harvard Law degree.
Legally Blonde 2 on DVD Tuesday.
Is this super fun or what?
Give me a break.
Get your Halloween going with the light, crispy, chocolatey taste of a Kit Kat.
If it's dust you can't ignore, Beauty Swiffer on the shelf, TV and more. Beauty Swiffer.
Swiffer Duster traps and locks dust on contact. You've never cleaned like this before.
Swiffer's good.
Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
I don't know why she's tripping. It was only weed. I only tried it once. You're grounded. That means no phone. Mom, come on.
Don't even think about it.
She doesn't love being tough. She's tough because she loves. She is the enforcer, and she knows she can make a difference.
When I say no weed, I mean no weed.
Yeah, you want to hit this?
And get grounded again?
Nah, man. I'm cold.
The enforcer. She's more than a hero. She's
a good mom.
You're more powerful than you know.
Flossing? It's a hassle.
Introducing new Reach Access Daily Flosser.
Got a handle. Got a handle. It's easy. This will make me floss.
New Reach Access Daily Flosser. Flossing you can handle.
Try the Rolaids that beat Tums EX in a new taste test? It's fruity, smooth. It's Rolaids Tropical Punch. Now for a limited time in a convenient to-go pack. For fast relief wherever you need it. Go with the great taste of Rolaids.
Introducing Cascade 2-in-1 Action Packs. Cascade and the grease-cutting power of Dawn. 40% more tough food cleaning power than the leading packet for better results. New Cascade 2-in-1 Action Packs.
I'm T from Minneapolis. Royal Scandals and Ed and Lois Smart when The View returns on ABC.
Our first ever $1 Million Idea Challenge. Who will win? Then they were just like you. Now they are millionaire moms. How they struck it rich at home. Oh my gosh! Next open.
4 p.m. today on Denver's 7.
This holiday season, one romantic comedy is bringing everyone together. Love Actually. Hugh Grant, Liam Neeson, Colin Firth, Laura Linney, Emma Thompson, Alan Rickman, Rowan Atkinson, Keira Knightley.
Don't you weigh a lot?
Don't let the holidays go by
Would you excuse me for 1 second?
without Love Actually. Rated R. Special sneak preview this Saturday. Opens November 7th.
Nobody likes being left uncovered or feeling like they're unprotected.
And you certainly don't want to be caught unprepared, especially when it comes to your health. But with Kaiser Permanente's Personal Advantage health plans, you can have the individual coverage you need. The Kaiser Permanente doctor you choose listens to you and takes the time to get to know you and your medical needs. With 2 plans to choose from, you get no deductibles, affordable copays for all covered services, coverage for emergency care worldwide, and the quality care you deserve. If you don't have health coverage, or what you have isn't enough, call today for your free information kit. Learn more about Personal Advantage, the health plan for individuals and families who buy their own health coverage. Call now, because everybody deserves to be fully covered.
A little friendly advice about men. A man will shop for a big screen TV and carefully select power tools, but when it comes to a carbon monoxide alarm, well, he might need a little help. So we'll show you which ones work better than others. Today at 5 after Oprah. Emmy Award-winning 7 News anchor Bertha Lynn, working for you.
Princess Diana's butler, Paul Burrell, rocked the royal family once again when he claimed Princess Diana predicted her own death. And that's just the tip of the iceberg in the scandal surrounding the royal. Here to give us the inside scoop is royal watcher Richard Meinards. Welcome back, Richard.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning.
Okay. It recently came out, I think within like the last couple of days, that we've been hearing about these letters that Paul Burrell has. In reality, this book only has 1 real letter, and he says that the rest of it comes from his memory of what he read previously. A lot of people don't get that right there. So how do we know it's accurate and not just, shall we say, summarized?
Well, quite.
Or made up?
Well, this is it, because Burrell only has 1 letter that Diana wrote to him. This is the one where she had the premonition of her death in a car crash. But he's had to admit that the rest are basically notes that he took down from private letters that Diana had from members of the royal family and that she wrote herself.
So that's called being sneaky.
Indeed,
looking at the woman's letters and making little notes so later on you can come back, write a book, and get paid.
Absolutely, and make millions. And what is little known is that, in fact, according to a chef who used to work for Diana at Kensington Palace for 4 years and is now living in Texas, Burrell was about to be fired for doing exactly that, rifling through her drawers, looking at her mail.
Diana was about to fire?
Yes, and indeed, and this is a man who was called by Diana her rock, and is now transformed into the sponge, soaking up the money and all this 15 minutes of fame.
Well, but she's gone now, and he's sticking it to the royal
Well, he has absolutely every right to do it. There was no confidentiality agreement. What I'm at odds with, though, is rifling through people's mail. All right to print mail that's been sent to you, but look at this letter that came out that Prince Philip had sent to Diana, that has been revealed in this book, which has hurt Camilla Parker Bowles deeply, saying that who in their right mind would leave Diana to marry Camilla?
Well, a lot of people are asking that. But his uncle, King Edward, the one who abdicated, went for that skinny bitch. What's her name? Windsor. Hello. She was no beauty, and he was probably gay anyway. So, you know, who knows what's going on in Buckingham Palace?
Well, he does, but I mean...
Let's get real here.
Burrell is now threatening to bring out more of this stuff, and this is why this meeting with Prince William is
I want to ask you about that, because supposedly he's meeting with William very, very soon. Why would William want to meet with him, and does the Queen, what's the Queen's take on this?
Well, I think the Queen initially was against it, because she didn't want to dignify this tawdry tome with more publicity. But now William, I think, wants to put a stop to it, because obviously Burrell has a lot more ammunition in his...
Richard, not for nothing, but Harry does not look like Charles.
Well, I agree on this, but and also contrary to what Paul Burrell...
You're on their side also? Look at the kid. Look at that kid on the right. He does not look like
I hate to perpetuate this rumor, but Burrell said with Barbara the other night that Hewitt did not come into the equation until the boys were born. That was incorrect. Diana did know Hewitt before they both were born.
That's Hewitt.
From Solo at Windsor.
Can we get a split screen?
It is
right. Let's get a DNA split screen going on here.
He's a kid. Don't do that.
Yes, I mean, it is rather hurtful. So
it's hurtful.
To perpetuate the rumor.
It's hurtful. You think he's watching the show?
No, but they've been talking about that. Go on.
Come on. Get a DNA test.
Anyhow, so when are they meeting?
Well, I think very soon, because I think William is determined to put this to rest.
Does he have that ability to stop it?
Well, I think he does. I think Burrell respects Prince William. He is going to be the future King William V. I mean,
Can
William...
you have him beheaded?
He would wish to have that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that went out some years back. But of course, William is the only one who can really stop this, because Burrell has threatened a sequel to this book, which has damaged the royal family irreparably. The Queen has said she doesn't want to dignify the book, but she feels that William should do what he feels is right. And William feels that obviously a face-to-face with Burrell is the only way to put a stop to it.
What about that name that was blacked out in her letter about who
well, many people are thinking that the person who would be behind it was a member of the royal family. It was blacked out, obviously, for legal reasons. Some people are saying it was Prince Philip. Other people are saying it's part of the higher hierarchy at Buckingham Palace.
He gets a pass also, Philip, a lot, because everybody knows he's been womanizing all these years, and he gets a pass.
Without question.
What?
Without question.
Yeah.
You know, very libidinous cat. He's the sort of the Warren Beatty of his day.
Yeah, but I've been told that Harry was born. Wait a second. I was told in my ear that Harry, the child that I said was not Charles's, was born after the relationship with Hewitt. Is that right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he knew him before.
Yes, and they knew each other beforehand.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
that's what you
now, do you think that the Queen pardoned him, and he was on trial for stealing some of Diana's possessions?
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Do you think that the Queen pardoned him because he had this letter, because he had
I think she came into the equation, one, to obviously stop more royal secrets coming out, and the trial, as you know, was stopped abruptly on the 10th day because of her amazing remembering this conversation she had with Burrell that he had possessions of Diana in his safekeeping. But now people, because of this book, are wondering whether that letter was used as leverage to stop the trial, because if it had come out in court, it could have undermined the royal family irreparably. And this has caused reverberations galore and has really hurt the royal family, not only the Queen, but obviously Charles, and also Camilla.
But do you think that the Queen is being... Why doesn't she just step down and let the boy become king? Charles, how many years are we going to have to watch this guy play polo?
Or do you really think he's going to actually become king?
Isn't it time for him to be the king already?
Well, I think that he won't be king until he can't even get on a horse. And the Queen has said that she will never abdicate, so she's there until her death. And as you know, her mother was 101, going on 102.
Exactly.
So Charles has got an awfully long way. He'll probably be on his walker going up to the throne of Westminster Abbey.
But he'll take it. Even then, he'll say, thank you, Mommy.
He's born to be king and says he will be king, but probably for a very limited period.
What about Diana's brother, because he's raked over the coals by Paul Burrell, who says that despite the way he behaved at the funeral, she hated him.
Well, indeed, in those last few months, Diana had, because she had asked that she could have a cottage on his estate, Althorpe, which is now buried, as a place to get away with her children, because it's a 15,000-acre estate north of London, which is totally walled and secure. And Charles Althorpe, or Charles Spencer, had said, yes, do come down, you can have the cottage at a peppercorn rent. And then 15 days later said, no way.
At a rent?
Absolutely.
He was going to rent it to his
$18,000 a year. Can you imagine that?
What a guy.
And then she was so upset about this that when he tried to call her, she slammed the phone down. And in his letter that came out in this book, he said that you are the least liked of my sisters, including Jane and Sarah, and also said about her mental instability, which hurt her immeasurably.
Was that actually a letter, or was it something that he had overheard?
Well, this is obviously something that Diane had got a letter from Earl Spencer, her brother, and presumably Burrell saw it or sneaked a peek at it.
But Richard, we have to assume that there were good letters that went between the brother and sister at some point in the life.
Well, I'm sure there were.
We only heard about the one negative.
I mean, Diana was there for 36 years. But unfortunately, like Diana's relationship with Fergie in the latter days of her life, it ended on a negative note, and that's what we'll always know it for.
But Fergie doesn't have any bad things to say.
I got to get you guys out of here. We have so much more in the show. Richard, we could have you here all day. Our thanks to Richard Miner as well. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Discover the newest ideas for the season at the Sears Great Saturday Sale. For one day only, find the perfect snuggly winter coat for the entire family at 50% off. Get 30 to 50% off warm sweaters for men. Plus now save an extra 30% off all fashion clearance. Get great savings on TVs, DVD players, tools, all treadmills, and all ellipticals. Come in and be delighted at the Great Saturday Sale. This Saturday only at Sears. Sears, good life, great price.
We are at the home of the famous Dilly's Sextuplet. How do you make lunch for 6 kids every day? Campbell's tomato soup, versatility in a can. You got some pasta there in the fridge, you got some chicken, and you've given every one of them the opportunity to express themselves.
Wonderful.
Make it Campbell's instead.
Allergy congestion won't ruin my life again.
The most important breakthrough in the history of allergy relief. Full prescription strength Claritin D tablets are now available without a prescription. Non-drowsy, all-day Claritin D.
My doctor prescribed Claritin D, and now I can get it without a prescription.
Claritin D relieves even my worst allergy symptoms, my congestion, my sneezing, and my sinus pressure.
Claritin D never makes me feel sleepy. And I can breathe.
Claritin D, now available without a prescription.
Well, honey, you might be surprised. Less is more with Charmin Ultra. That's because it's more absorbent. So you can use less than this regular Ripple brand.
Softer.
Charmin Ultra. Look for it in the blue pack.
So, we're all here because of this Windex multi-surface with vinegar? Yeah, looks like trouble.
Windex multi-surface with vinegar. You can use it most everywhere to clean lots of surfaces. In your bathroom, your kitchen, all over your home.
Multi-surface? Hey, Wilson, fly down and see if it works on glass, too. Yup, works on glass.
Windex multi-surface with vinegar. Multi-surface means multi-shine. For a wipe with the power to handle tough cleaning jobs, reach for new Windex vinegar wipes.
In a room where emotions run deep, 6 people are bound by a love of movie trivia. It's Seen It, the DVD movie game with over 1,000 questions, tons of movie clips, 2 dice, and one guy they call the DVD Master. They've come to
Solve the puzzle, name the movie, who's the actor?
Play Seen It. With a DVD, it's movie trivia gone high-tech. Have you seen it?
Look at me, look at me. Help, help, I'll save you.
Wholesome, playful teddygrams.
Thanks, that was close.
They're so cute, you could just eat them up. Teddygrams, also in chocolatey chips.
Sarah Brightman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Sarah Brightman, Sunday, March 7th, live at Magnus Arena at the Ritchie Center. Immerse yourself in the world and soundscapes of Sarah Brightman. Tickets on sale this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Sarah Brightman's Harem Tour, a Clear Channel Entertainment event.
It's real. It's real. And the prayers of the world have brought Elizabeth home.
I want you to know that I am the luckiest mother in the world. I am so happy and so thrilled. I am overjoyed with the return of Elizabeth, and thanks to you for your love, your prayers.
That was Ed and Lois Smart speaking out very happy after the safe return of their daughter Elizabeth, who was kidnapped for 9 traumatic months. And they wrote about their terrifying ordeal in a new book called Bringing Elizabeth Home. Please welcome Ed and Lois Smart. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for coming up. First, I have to ask, how is Elizabeth doing? A little better every day, I hope? Or?
Always,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, she's been home 7 months now, and there's just been a huge difference. I mean, she's back into the family role. She has chores to do, schoolwork to do, talking on the phone to do.
Oh, well, she's going to be 16. She better be on the phone. That's right.
Yeah.
Before we go further, I have to address this because there are emails that we've gotten on the show, and I know you've been asked this before. People who have seen the book and know about the movie that was made with your cooperation, who some people question it and wonder whether it's at all exploitative on your behalf, and if you're concerned about that.
Certainly we are, and it was something that we never set out to do. You know, the day that she was found, we thought the next morning it would be over with, we'd regroup and just heal together as a family, but that next morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, people were at our door giving us proposals and saying they could write the book or they could do the movie. So we fought it for a long time and said, no, we don't want to do that.
So the decision was made better to write the book yourselves?
Yes. for the misinformation that was out there, we wanted to clear the air, and it was going to be our story, not anybody else's.
What about the emotional draining that must have taken on you, your family, and especially Elizabeth? A lot of parents might have said, you know what, she's been through enough. Let's just disappear and spend some time alone as a family. But you elected another route. Why'd you make that decision?
Well, I mean, really, we elected not to. I mean, Elizabeth does speak about a couple of things that happened to her, but for the most part, it was what the family went through for that 9-month period. And we feel that, you know, Elizabeth deserves her privacy, or what's left of it, and that it's important that she has the opportunity or to decide yes or no at some future date, and that is going to be her decision. So we just felt that it was important to, you know, let people know what we went through and how the family was able to cope.
And I think also she wanted to let people know that she did try to get away. I mean, she was only 3 miles away from our home, and she was tethered for 2 months solid. But there was a time when he had forgotten to tether her back up to this cable, and she tried to run, and he caught her. But there was that constant threat of her life being in danger, the life of her family, and
well, a
very
lot has
difficult.
been made, that's right, of her suffering from the Stockholm Syndrome, where you identify with your captors, and indeed when the police first came upon her, she pretended to not know who she was. I mean, she denied she was Elizabeth Smart.
Well, he certainly stripped her from her identity. I mean, she was no longer Elizabeth and no longer had a family. As far as he was concerned, he was it. But she always had the presence of mind to know. He would make her write in this journal or diary every day and tell her what to write. But at the bottom, she would write in French, I hate this place, I hate this guy, I don't want to be here.
But do you think he successfully brainwashed her?
Absolutely not. I think there are parts maybe, but she, I mean, she didn't have to be...
Her spirit never gave over.
Her survival mode kicked in, and she had to do what she had to survive.
I want to talk a little bit about you and your family in the spirit of charity. You all have always tried to reach out to people who are less fortunate. You've had people come and you've helped the homeless. You've helped other people that are less fortunate. And interestingly enough, you've had people come and work in your home who were less fortunate. One of them was Mr. Reese, who we all know that name became a person of interest in the disappearance of Elizabeth. Police talked to him. They were obviously investigating him. He ended up dying. And we obviously know now that he was not the kidnapper. Have you spoken with his family in any way? Or, I mean, how were you all dealing with all of that while your daughter was still missing?
Well, you know, Richard was a very friendly person.
Yes.
He was very friendly, and, but, you know, we had this issue, or the problem, that he wouldn't tell the truth. I mean, and that just came forward, and I know that Angela went through a lot.
Yes. That's his widow.
Right.
Yes, and she was very, very kind when I spoke with her and sat down and talked with her, pleading with her to talk to Richard and have him come forward. And I sincerely believe that she tried to do the best that she could, and I know that she's been through an awful lot.
Yeah. Well, Brian Mitchell, the man who allegedly kidnapped Elizabeth, was another person that you let into your home. That has got to haunt you.
Actually, we didn't let him into our home. He did some roof, worked with Ed on the roof. It has haunted us, and of course, hindsight, you know.
Absolutely. It's 2020, never in the moment.
Right.
But does it give you pause now about being as charitable in the future, in that sense, about letting people that are down on their luck or homeless do work on your house?
It's difficult to let anybody in our home that we do not know. Our security system is up and running, and we don't open windows, and we have 2 dogs, and yes, it's a difficult thing.
You mentioned that you have 5 other children. I want to know how they are doing. Beautiful family.
They're doing very well, thank you.
And Mary Catherine in particular?
The sisters are so close.
Please give
It's
her
a
a
special
big old
bond.
hug from everyone. I have to tell you, Mary Catherine is the person that I just admire so much. She racked her brain all those months to try to remember even the smallest details, and it was in her brain, and she's the one.
You know, we really believe that that was a gift from God.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with that. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank
An
you.
amazing family. Thanks for sharing your story. Our thanks to Ed and Lois Smart, and the best to Elizabeth. We'll be right back.
I was looking for something special. Elegant. One of a kind. I knew I'd find it at Chico's.
You'll find something new every day at Chico's. In stores, by phone, or online. Call 888-855-4986 or log on to chicos.com.
I like Chico's.
Now you can actually make pores look smaller. Neutrogena Pore Refining Cleanser. Microbeads and alpha hydroxys exfoliate. Beta hydroxys clean deep into every pore, making pores look smaller. The smaller your pores look, the more beautiful your skin looks. Neutrogena Pore Refining Cleanser.
Oh, Mama, don't you make me another meatloaf. Forget the mac and cheese. I want some fun piled on a bun. I want a manwich, please.
Make tonight a manwich night.
I want a manwich, please.
Think you know what to expect with ADHD? The problems in school, the difficulty with friends, the trouble at home. Well, think again. Introducing prescription Strattera, the first and only FDA-approved non-stimulant ADHD medication. Strattera provides full-day relief from ADHD symptoms, not just during school, but through family time as well. Some children may lose weight when starting Strattera. Side effects are mild and may include decreased appetite, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, tiredness, and mood swings. Tell your doctor if your child has a history of heart problems. Your child should not take Strattera if he or she is taking an MAOI or has narrow-angle glaucoma. So ask your doctor today if non-stimulant Strattera is right for your child. ADHD may never look the same again.
On the third day of her period, the supers were just too big, and the lights were too small. But the regulars, she found, were just right. New Tampax Pearl Multipacks. 3 sizes, just right.
Someone's been using my tampons.
At the Pedigree Center, we're devoted to discovering new and better ways to help nurture dogs of all ages. Why, for example, would a dog as young as 6 prefer a soft ball to a hard stick? The answer? Some dogs' teeth and gums become more sensitive with age. That's why we're introducing new Pedigree Healthy Maturity, an easier-to-crunch food for dogs over 6. New Pedigree Healthy Maturity.
Introducing the new Clorox Bleach Pen Gel. So you can bleach what you want to bleach, and nothing more. The new Clorox Bleach Pen Gel.
Mama's got the magic of Clorox.
42,000 dentists think enough of Crest White Strips to sell them in their offices. 15 million people have already tried them. 4 out of 5 would recommend them. Crest White Strips. The secret to a whiter smile is in the strip. Guaranteed.
This is John Hickenlooper, Mayor of Denver. Hope you'll ride with me and vote yes on Charter Reform 1A. With 1A, we can win the race to modernize our government and balance the budget by fixing our personnel system and reining in salaries. 1A will give Denver new momentum to run our city smarter and leaner so everyone can come out ahead. Saddle up with me and we'll get our city government back on track. Vote yes on 1A. Giddy up.
And welcome back. Our thanks to Heather Tom. Great job.
Thank you. Yeah,
really great. And she'll be back tomorrow for our big Halloween show. You're going to find out what outrageous costumes we'll all be wearing, plus Quentin Tarantino. Cool Halloween makeup tricks. Yeah, perfect for Halloween with the View crew. Author Anne Rice. And as if that weren't enough, we are finally announcing the winner of our View from Your Hometown contest. Good luck to all the finalists. Have a great day, everyone. Take a little time to enjoy the view.
Joey confronts Jen about her pregnancy today on One Life to Live.